Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our Friday's webinar. In this case, about affiliates, how to control affiliates, do commissions, and also a couple of tricks that you can use to actually special features that you can use to interact or extract a commission from different sources. So here I have 100 records that I imported in testing records, and I'm gonna start defining what we're going to do here. Okay. First, we're going to use we're going to create and define the difference between an affiliate and a client, and how you can do different levels of affiliates and different levels of clients. So for example, let's say, and I'm gonna try to put here, but I'm gonna modify this last name in order for you to see later in the downline. You're gonna see you know, the level of this particular person. So I'm gonna say, and of course, this can be several levels, multiple levels, essentially unlimited levels, even though no one is gonna do unlimited levels. But we're gonna do it with 3 levels. So we're gonna put here, for example, the president. Or actually, let's put the general manager. So let's put general manager here. The last name. Obviously, you don't need to do that. I'm doing this for clarity later on in our design. And so this is going to be the top of the food chain here. Okay, when I say here is the general manager, so it's the one at the top of the food chain. And I'm going to make this person, I'm going to make it an affiliate. And in order to do that, I click here. Okay, because there is a referral. Referral, affiliate, salesperson is the same connotation for us, so I can use it one way or the other. So I'm not going to make any difference between a sales source, a referral person, an affiliate is the same for us. Okay. Now I'm going to market. Gonna check this, and as you can see, this is a very dangerous option to mark the selected records as affiliates. That could be very useful if you had a bunch of people that you receive as an affiliate from a company and you want to mark them all as an affiliate. But usually, so be careful when you say all, and I'm gonna do it for current, which is usually the right option. So we have here in blue and checked. So in blue, it comes automatically in blue, and it's checked. That means that it's an affiliate. You don't, since this person, this affiliate, even though a salesperson, because it's part of the company, general manager, so it doesn't have anyone on top, so it's not going to have anyone here. I'm going to go to the next one using the navigation bar here. And I'm going to do the same. I'm going to convert this person, but now this person is a sales manager. Okay, so this is a sales manager, and I'm going to mark it, check it as an affiliate. So it's blue again, but this person has someone on top, which is the general manager. Okay, and the general manager is gonna receive a commission of let's say an override of 5%. I can type whatever. I have here some suggestions, but that means nothing. I'm gonna put 5%, but if I want to put something else, remember percentages are gonna be expressed with a dot and a number, 0.5 or 5%, and fixed amount of money is going to be expressed as a number. So it will be $50, $20, whatever. you put the number directly. So I'm going to put a percentage here for now. Can be changed later. So that means the relationship between general manager and the sales manager is that the sales manager is going to produce somehow. When I say somehow, means because he can have salespeople below the sales manager, which I'm going to add right now. He's going to receive, meaning Porsche is going to receive 5% on those sales. Okay. Now I'm going to go to the third record here, which is, of course, it doesn't matter what record it is. And I'm going to put here salesperson. Salesperson. So this salesperson is also an affiliate or a referral person or a person that potentially will receive some commission. And this person has on top the sales manager. Okay, and it's gonna the sales manager on these sales I'm gonna receive 10%, for example. So now we have that Brady Brady sells through him. The clients of Brady are going to produce 10% to Andrew, and he's going to produce also 5% to Porsche. We're going to see that more clear when we click this button. And then at the end of the food chain is the actual client. So I'm going to put the word client here so it's clear. And the client is not an affiliate in this case. It could be, but of course, in this, remember that this is a master class. It's not the most simple way to use the affiliate system because now we're doing 3 levels, but it is my purpose to show actually an advanced class, and that's why I'm gonna show things that are very, very advanced. As a matter of fact, even a little bit complicated, how to import commission from other sources, which is possible that you receive reports from other sources, and how to import and interact with those reports inside Credit Money Machine. But by the way, I'm using right now the ultimate screen, right? I could have used the advanced screen, so it is essentially the same. Simply, to be honest, that I'm more used to use this screen is more comfortable for me. I have everything in plain view. Is I have the whole picture. I don't have to be moving tabs and stuff. Okay, so this is the client. Okay, and now the client has on top of him the salesperson, and the salesperson makes 20%. Again, as an example. All right. So what's going on here? What happened essentially is that we have 3 levels down, and that is important to know because we're going to have to put the levels that we want to be paid up for when we make a sale to this client. It doesn't really matter that much when you're doing the other levels, but when you're doing the client level, yes. So we should do actually 3, but actually we can do, if we want 10, it doesn't matter. It's gonna do in actuality 3. If you have only 3 right now, but if you have more levels in the future and you only want to pay 3 levels up, well, it is important, very important, that this number is here, number 3. Also, we have this check mark. This check mark is also very, very important because if you read what it says, I'm gonna, if you remember, if I click and press and hold the Alt key and then hover, I can pop up the tooltip and be able to read it with, in the Windows dialog with not in the tooltip pop-up. Well, basically, check this box if you want that only one commission will be triggered for this client-salesperson relationship. Okay? This is useful when you pay a flat fee to your affiliate salesperson for referring a client, but you're going to invoice your client many times. So, for example, many of you charge your client every month or have a recurring, but you're going to pay your affiliate, your salesperson, just one time for the effort of getting this particular client, in which case you want to mark this as a one-time thing, okay? In this case, I'm gonna leave it just in case we do examples and stuff. I want to be able to have more options. But remember, you can mark this. This one should indicate that the content is a sales source. Okay, it's acting as a referral, but it's also a. This is just to this is just a check thing, meaning you can mark this selection with our first marking this contact a referral party by checking the referral check mark on this right. Yeah. So well, this is only when the person is an affiliate and is also an agent. In other words, is a person that is inside the company, and you cannot do it for a client. You have to do it for an affiliate. Okay, but this is just a check mark, so you can visualize immediately that the particular affiliate is someone inside your company, is an employee, essentially. Okay, so now we're gonna review in the downline. We're gonna review how it looks. Okay, so I have it in my head. You might remember, but we can always click this button. If we click this button, we're gonna see the downline starting by Brady. If we do it here, we're gonna see starting by Gracie, which basically is not an affiliate. So it wouldn't make too much sense. It's also possible, but why? So I'm gonna click here, and I can select the contacts that Brady has below, which essentially, if I click here, I'm gonna select just one. You see, I selected just one because Brady only has one client. I'm gonna click again. I don't have to do it, I mean, every time. I did it because I wanted to. And then I'm gonna click downline. If I click downline, now we have in the bottom level, so to speak, the bottom level. So this is what we see. We see Gracie here at the left, and we see the affiliate at the right. So we have contact name and we have affiliate right here. And the relationship between them, 20%, which means that Brady is getting 20% on commissions from this affiliate. Brady, which is this one, is at the top, has Andrew, which is the sales manager, as his affiliate, so to speak, or his referral person. And the relationship between the two is 10%, which means that Andrew gets 10% on commissions that Brady produces, but Brady produces nothing except the clients produces sales. I mean, Brady produces clients by selling, but directly he's not buying anything, but he's selling. Also, you see this check mark in blue, which indicate that this contact is an affiliate. This person is an affiliate. Now, if I want to go up on levels, right, I can click here because this is the downline of Andrew. So essentially, if I keep clicking here and here, I'm gonna go to the top, to a place that the person, in this case the general manager, doesn't have anyone on top. Okay, so that's the way that I can pretty quickly. Of course, I can always display all and have pretty much the same, but sometimes I don't want the same. I want this might be a downline only to the level affiliate. In some cases, it doesn't go up, so it has only one level down. In this case, we have three levels down, right? So this 1, 2, and 3. So the client, the salesperson, sales manager, and general manager. And we see that the relationship between the sales manager and the general manager is 5%. Again, meaning that the general manager will make 5% on sales produced somehow by Andrew, the sales manager, and his downline, and so forth and so on. And we see here that general manager doesn't have anyone and doesn't have any commission on top, of course, because it doesn't make sense. Also, I see here that this client, Gracie, is gonna pay on sales 3 levels up, and I see that it's empty, the check mark of only one payment. So that's okay, no problem. So basically, what he's saying here that we're paying 35% on a sale. There's 20% to the salesperson, 10% to the sales manager, 5% to the general manager, which is this one. Okay. All right. So now we need to do a test and see if this is true. Okay. So we're gonna go back and we're gonna do suppose a sale. So we're gonna go to the here. We're gonna go to the accounts receivable, and I'm gonna do something manual. I don't need to do it any other way, and I'm gonna put 1,000. And of course, we have another master class on account receivable where you can see everything here. So refer to lmrwebinar.com to see that class, and we talk on detail on this. So I'm not gonna go back and explain everything here. So here, let's see. Hold on a second here. Oh, sorry. I supposed to be on Gracie, on the client. Sorry. That's why I didn't see any. I didn't see any commissions. So I'm gonna click add again. Okay, and I'm gonna put the same 1,000. By the way, you didn't see when I enter it, but you didn't see the other one because automatically the program selects the right client. And I'm gonna, so now you can see that automatically I have a sales source, and other things can happen like the maximum payment, and if you have a payment plan, etc. So there are several things that can happen, but essentially what you see here is the salesperson, the primary salesperson, and also the amount and the levels. Okay, and here you can see up to 3 levels. So you see actually the client, which is this one, client selected, Gracie, and then you have the Brady, Andrew, and Portia. Okay, salesperson, sales manager, and general manager. So you can see in the groups, you can see the commissions, or not the commission actually, but you can see the levels that are influencing this commission. But essentially, this is the one that you care about, in the sense that the other ones will be automatic. This is the one that you need to be aware. Okay, so now I'm gonna, I will be able to charge it with a credit card or ACH or whatever, which I don't have right now in real life, so I can do it manually. So I can say paid, and I can assign it, deposit it into a bank if you have a bank set up, or not deposit it into a bank. And I'm gonna deposit it, doesn't matter really. For our example, doesn't matter. And so we have here the transaction, the receivable paid, and we've noticed here that in the go to payables bottom, we have go to commission, and we have it in red, in darker red, and that is because we can go to that particular commission directly. So I can go here and I can see the actual downline, if you will, of this transaction. I see that the Brady, the salesperson, is making 20%, right? 20%. So it's making $200 on 1,000, right? So we see here in the notes, $1,000 Gracie commission, $200 based on 20%. And we have the 200 here. Then we have 100 for a 10% on Gracie. Gracie giving, or producing, actually not giving, producing a commission for Andrew, which is the sales manager, of $100. And at the end, we have 50 based on 5%. So $50 is 5% of 1,000. And then you see $50 here. So what happens is that we have been able to, with one click, select all the commissions related to that particular client, or generated, induced, triggered by that client. And now we could leave it here, that's it, and go back or do something, or go back to the contacts, etc. Or we could produce and make the checks for one or everybody. So I'm gonna kind of create the checks just so you see the exercise. Okay, it doesn't mean that I have to do it right now. As a matter of fact, in real life, you wouldn't be entering here to check anything. You will be going and continue doing your work and adding more sales, whatever. And at the end of the month or end of the week, whenever you want, you will come here to the payables and click the dues button and select all the ones that are due, and like I did right now. Okay, if I omit this right now and I click dues, these three will show up because are the only threes that are due. And so that will be done on a weekly basis or bi-weekly, whatever is the policy of the company, and then checks could be created. Okay, there is also a way, but just so you know, to create a file that will be compatible with PayPal. So if you're going to pay hundreds or thousands of commissions, so that will be possible, and I believe it's right here. Yes, create a PayPal mass payment. But normally what you're going to do is to create a check. Every contact here has to be have a check to receive. In other words, you need to assign a check, a bank, so that you're going to pay, or you're going to need to assign the bank that you're going to use to pay. So for example, let me show you here before I pay. I'm going to go to the client now. I'm going to go back to contacts, and I'm going to go to, well, we are here in Andrew. So if I click the checks, you see in the to check option, I have this check or this bank, which is assigned to pay for this person. Each person could be paid with a different bank if desired, depending of policies of the company, etc. So I'm gonna go back again. So I'm gonna go, gonna select clients here and go to the payables in this case, and I have the three payables, and I'm gonna pay them all by clicking create check. So I can create a check for the current record, which is the one with the black little mark here, and or I can do it for selected records, which is these three. And there are two formats of checks, one that has 3 per page and the one that has 1 per page and a note. I prefer the one page because you can give it to your accountant, the bottom part. So in my opinion, don't save on checks. Because there are 3 type of check memo only if consolidating. Since we're not consolidating anything, so we're going to say no and simply don't consolidate. That's it. So now we have created 3 checks pretty quickly, right? And the checks are created, and we can go, for example, to let's say to Brady, and then go to Brady by clicking Brady and clicking go, right? Just to see the check. Okay, so I have the check right here. Potentially at the end of the week, bi-weekly, whatever, you will click find contacts with checks pending. It will select them all. We'll select them all, the program, and then you can click print selected checks. In this particular case, I'm going to show you this one. Okay, I'm going to click this one and show you this one that goes to Brady. So this is bank 1, whatever, and this is the recipient. Okay, and this is some numbers, the routing number and account number, whatever, that are fake, of course. Okay, now, so now we know how to pay, and we know how to do a downline, or well, downlines are done automatically. Basically, what we know, it has to access the downline, okay, and how to access upper levels just by clicking on them. Or we can even display X number of levels. So I can say I want to display 2 levels. You see, can display two levels of whatever I have. So this, if I had a bunch of clients here under Andrew, they will show. As a matter of fact, we can do one just to you know be. So we have Brady, which is a salesperson, and we're gonna and we have this first client, which is Gracie. So we're gonna create this other client, and I'm gonna put the same. I'm gonna put salesperson Brady. Okay, and I'm gonna put now another important thing, and this is kind of a very important. I can put different commissions for different relationships, and this could be important in many cases. For example, and this relationship makes this credit money machine pretty much unique in the way that it treats the relationship between the client and the salesperson, and because it can be unique. Imagine, for example, that a salesperson brings a huge company that has 100 clients. So, well, maybe you're gonna have to cut, as the owner of the company, you're gonna have to cut special deal for this company. So maybe everybody has to be reduced in his commissions. Okay, so again, even though right now the other levels are gonna receive what is supposed to receive, okay, but we're gonna modify only for this one. But it will be possible, obviously, to have a duplicate affiliate that will be exclusively to assign the people at a different commission structure. So the same affiliate can have different people, different structured commissions, and certainly a salesperson can have different commissions. Maybe the rest of people are going to have the same, but maybe the salesperson is going to have more or less. So in this particular case, I'm going to put this, and I'm going to create. I'm going to create another one. I'm going to put the same amount, and only to see the difference in value. Okay. And so I'm going to put 1,000. So we have the same thing here. The only difference is now we have 25%. Okay, 25. And I'm going to put paid, and I'm going to put deposit. And so we have 25. Okay, instead of 20. So we have this 25 for Brady, 250 I meant, because of the 250. Notice that in this particular case, we didn't trigger the other levels. And why? Because we didn't put the level 3 or level 2, if that's what we wanted. So we need to be careful if we actually mean it to give these 3 levels up. So for example, let's do another receivable, okay? In this particular case, I can put it here, and it will be treated in all of them, or I can do it here when I create the receivable. Usually, this one will be better. I'm going to put 4 just to prove that it doesn't matter, really, nothing else. Okay. By the way, notice that when I enter here, it selected all the disputes that belongs to this particular client. So I'm gonna do another receivables, and I'm gonna put exactly the same amount, but this time with the purpose that to see that I have the 3. Okay, so I have the 3 here, and because I have the 3 levels. Okay, so I hope that this is really clear. Okay, and now I'm going to explain briefly this special feature that we have to extract data. So let me tell you what is the need, and how you can resolve it. Well, the need is this: if you're not producing your sales from the program, but you're producing the sales somewhere else, like for example, you have some commissions that you need to pay to certain affiliates, but you're receiving those commissions in in an Excel file, in an Excel, CSV file or XML, SL, or usually CVS file. Well, there is a problem because you don't have a way to match the record with that list, and it will be extremely time consuming. Of course, you can match it with your eyes and see the person name and do a find and enter the commission, and then still you will need to create the payables and all that. Well, that could take a lot of time, hours. The other day, one client was saying because she didn't have the merchant account, so basically was doing the thing with this on the phone cellular, the Square and stuff like that. It was taking pretty much the whole day just to process the client. It was you know, a day of work, something that you essentially could be done here in seconds just by clicking one button. So it's a huge difference, of course, doing the things right if you have the right tools, not only the program itself, but also the resources like a merchant account, for example. Okay, so in this case, we have the problem of importing from a list. So I have an example of such a list here, okay? And in this particular list, this is what we see. We can have a lot of things here, okay? So it doesn't matter. You can have 20 things here. You can have the name of the person. You can have the address. You can have whatever. But essentially, there are two things that you need to have. You need to have a unique ID, whatever it is, unique ID that you're going to enter here, that you're going to have here, not to enter, you're going to have it here at some point. You entered that key somewhere, and I'm going to explain possible places, not everywhere, but in many places. You can have this ID. This can be whatever. I'm putting this key just to indicate to make it very, very easy to understand. But this could be a long number. It could be, letters, numbers. It could be whatever. It could be a long key, right? Essentially, even could be a name. But of course, a name, you can have many John Smith. So that's not a very good idea. So let's say that you do a little bit more intelligent thing and have an ID. And then you have the commissions in another column. So this is the problem. The problem is to assign. This is our task. We have 3 commissions, 100, 200, 300, for different people, right? And then we have unique keys. So we need to create payables as quickly as possible and as easy as possible for these people. And imagine that these people, instead of being 3, are 300. Well, now we have a difficult task, right? So we need to do it automatically, because if we have 3, we do it manually, no big deal. We look for the person, enter the commission, no big deal. But if we have 300 or 3,000, now 3,000 will be really something to spend a weekend or more just doing that. Okay, so we have that, and I'm gonna close it. Now we need to have, let me emphasize on have, because it's not that you're going to enter every time. You're going to, every time that you add this potential affiliate, you're going to have this ID from the other party and enter it somewhere. Probably the best way to enter it is in the keywords field, only because it says keywords. But you can have it in any of these fields, like referrals related to what they do, the keywords and the product. The keywords look like the right place to do it. So I'm going to do it here for now for this example, okay? Remember, it could be any type of keyword. So I'm going to do keyword 01, just to make it very easy for me. The next one for Andrew, I'm going to do keyword 02. And the next one, I'm going to go to keyword 03. And remember, this could be whatever, and this should be entered not at this moment, but at the time that you created this. You should know that ID from your provider, whatever is the ID, the unique number, the account number, whatever it is, and you can put it here. Essentially, you can put it in many fields. I believe that this is one of the best fields to put it. So that's the first thing. Second goal that we need to have is to put the commission somewhere. The numbers field is the right place to put it because we have a special payable feature option that when you click the payable, the option number 6 is a special option to create payables based on the amount in the result field of the user-defined fields 11, 12, and 13, the numeric user-defined fields. So essentially, anything that you put here is going to be totalized. We're going to have the total here. We're going to have a sum here. And this, by clicking the number 6, we can create payables automatically. Okay? So if we choose this field to import, that's great. The problem is this: how in the world are you going to import? It's not easy. It's not easy here, and it's not easy. Sometimes, majority of the time, it's impossible in any other software. This one is because I created the functionality specific for that. By the way, I want to point out that I'm not selecting these 3 fields or anything like that. I can have the 100 fields. I'm not even on top of that. Of that one, okay? So I'm kind of lost the field. So the way to do it is this: in the setup, in the import export, we have a special option, special import from Excel with search. Okay, this is special, and here explains what I'm going to explain you. So first, you need to select the type, and the type in this case is text or CSV, but it could be something different. Okay, you may have that file received in a XLS or Excel workbooks, etc. But usually CSV is kind of a pretty standard. So I created an option there. That is the file that we saw, okay? So this is the file that we saw, has pretty much these fields: the key 1, the key 2, 3, right? So we're gonna use, and here we have 3 fields only. Okay, so we're going to, these ones don't matter now. I'm gonna have it here only for clarity. But what you need to do is to the key 1, the key field, the unique key that you have in the Excel file, you're gonna link it to the link field here, and the commission, you're gonna link it to 1. And if you have a different commission or another commission, which is possible sometimes, like some people will have one commission and some people will have another column with another commission. It's not the same person. It's this one is the same person in a different column. Okay, here we have different people with one column. So this is one column of the spreadsheet, and this could be another column, and this could be another column, up to 3 columns, because we have 3 fields, user-defined field, that we like to put this. But in this case, we only have one, so it's pretty easy. We put it on this one, or on this one, doesn't matter. This one for clarity. And I click import. Remember, we could be importing 3,000. We're importing only 3. It's nothing. It looks trivial, but remember, if we got 3,000, believe me, it wouldn't look that trivial. So I'll explain here a little bit what it is, etc. So now, in this step, what we need to do is to match that field, the field that we want, to the field in the program, which is the UDF 11. That is the field, that the first number field. Okay, you should know that. And I'm pretty much, I click on it, and I have these numbers here. You see, 1. I should have kind of waited so you see, but I click enter. Sorry, I should have waited. But anyways, it's the same. It worked correctly. So 100, 200, and 300. Okay, so now remember again, we had the 100 here selected. So in other words, we didn't have anything selected. Now we have the 3 that were imported selected. We have the numbers in the right place, and we have the total automatically. So if it was a list of 3,000, now we will have 3,000 here selected with everything ready to create payables. And how do I create payables? As I explained before, with the number 6. So now I click number 6. I can put a note. So what would be the note? Well, commission, for example, commissions, July, whatever, for 70. Okay, and I'm gonna click create. So this commission is gonna be common to all of them, to all the payable. So now that the payables were added, okay, and I can go to the payables if I want, without searching with the number 5 if I want. So because I don't want to change the order right now, just for you to see. Normally it doesn't matter. So normally I wouldn't even go, but I'm just saying to go without searching. And now what we have, actually I needed to select them all because I have the I went without searching, so I had the previous one, so it's not what I wanted. So I have the 3 right here. Okay, so let me show you. So for clarity, I'm going to omit the other ones like this. Yes, for clarity. Okay, 100, 200, and 300. And that's it. Now I'm ready to create the checks, and I will create the checks for this, and that's it. So with this technique, I can have thousands of records, thousands of potentially affiliates or affiliates that I need to pay from commissions that don't come directly from the program, that come from a different database, from a different Excel file, and they will can be imported into the system appropriately based on the keyword. That of course has to be unique, otherwise it doesn't make sense, and has to be unique, and but it can be essentially anywhere. I mean, not anywhere, but in many places. And but this one being kind of the best, this one or this one could be the best. The keywords, essentially the keywords is kind of has the right name, and then this field will be a field, and this one will be automatically entered, and then you create the payables, and that's it. So now I'm gonna check if you have any comments here. I covered this, so that's fine. Let's see with this one. That's okay. So perfect. Okay, not a problem. And so we're gonna cut short today, since we pretty much cover, I believe, everything about this subject. And we will see again next week, same time, same place. Thank you, and happy weekend. See you. Bye.